he is.
Yo, what up, bro?
What's up, son?
Man, just checking to see if you made it over to the wood plant.
West Fraser is crazy, dude. This is the greatest plant. I've never seen anything that's this cool. It's got these 18-wheelers with trees all the way, like 40 trees on a trailer, man. It's crazy. And they're like 50 feet long.
Dad. I'm sure they're the best wood plant company in the world. I know you love those guys, but when are we getting the wood?
They have put a whole wood package together for us, and they're talking 2 days. An 18-wheeler will arrive with everything on it.
2 days from today.
2 days.
2 days from today.
Correct.
All right, let's make it happen. I'll see you in 2 days.
It takes a village of helping hands. It takes a people who understand. We can make a difference across the nation with community renovation.
Yeah, so this is a single bike log crane. So the crane has the capacity to unload the entire load of logs with one bike. So this area is a residual area. We've got a chipper that chips all of our trim blocks from the sawmill or any kind of big oversized pieces. Those pieces are going to go up and drop into a stream, and we're separating the set chips that can go to a paper mill from our fines, which are too small and have to get mixed in with sawdust. And then the hopper kind of gets brought back to the chipper to get re-chipped. So we're separating those into 3 different sizes.
Okay, these are our residuals out here. So we have 3 bins. The first bin that you see right here was sawdust that's coming straight from the saws. The second bin is the bark that we looked at a while ago with the debarker. That's the bark that's going in, filling that bin. And then the third bin is the shavings that's coming from the planer mill. That would be dry shavings.
And that goes all the way in that barn.
On our chip production, a typical mill is going to make about a ton of chips per 1,000 board feet. That's just a rough rule of thumb. And say a mill that's generating 500,000 board feet in a shift is going to make 500 tons of chips in that same shift. And a typical truck might hold 22 tons or so. So it's incredible how much residuals come out of the logs. Debarker. What we're doing is just taking the bark off of the log. So there's sets of tool arms in there that are rotating, just peel the bark off as it's going through the machine. These are running usually between 220 to maybe 400 feet a minute, even the small ones up to 500. So a typical stem's going to be 40, 45 feet long, and it'll do it in 8 seconds, 5 seconds.
What these are, we have 3 different scanners in this, so we're actually breaking the stem up into multiple lengths instead of having to have enough length to pass through all at one time. So these are 3-dimensional lasers. When we're scanning the log, I don't know exactly what the density of these are, but it's common to be about every 1/2 of an inch to an inch. It's almost like slice the log up and taking a cross-sectional area. We're building all those cross-sections up in a computer. And then typically there'll be 9 computers, multi-core processors, that we're figuring out what we can make out of the log. So we go through millions of iterations and rotate the log around, decide how to cut it up, and what we're going to do with the final product inside the sawmill. And that determines how we're going to, what we call bucks a log to length, to make 8, 10, 12, up to 20-foot blocks to go into the sawmill. So what this is called a shark chain. So you see it's actually got sharp spikes on the top of the chain. So we're basically impaling the log onto this sharp chain as it's being driven downstream, and that coupled with some overhead press rolls will hold the log very securely because these canter heads have a tremendous amount of force. So as they're chipping the bad part of the log away, they're trying to pull it in either direction. Of course, we don't want the log to move. All of this stuff is positioned with linear positioners. We're actually positioning these cutter heads within 1/1000th of an inch at a very high rate of speed. So we have to have good control of the log and not let it move around, or all that positioning and optimization does us no good.
That's a live feed of what the computer's seeing, the laser can see, and what it's deciding to make out of it.
So the computer's deciding what size board to make out of what it is.
Well, what it's deciding now is whether it wants to trim it to length, and it might even drop it out. Like I said, there could be half of the board that's one product and half is another because it gets narrow on the end. So it could let half of the board keep going in the trimmer, and half and half of it might drop out and go back to the edger. So what it's trying to do is make a trim decision, but at the same time it's trying to decide if the piece needs to stay full length or we need to cut it.
Wow, technology has come so far. Tell you what, while they keep walking and talking around this lumber mill, why don't we go check back on the job site, and we'll pick back up with them in a little while.
I'm Leland Brothers. I like to play in the dirt. I guess I'm a kid at heart, so this is what I do. I'm Leland Brothers. I like to play in the dirt. I guess I'm a kid at heart, so this is what I do.
This machine is called a TBL. Those three words, it's actually a French-Canadian company, Comac, that built it. In fact, they built basically everything in this sawmill. So I don't know the French words for the TBL, but it's a curve sawing gang is what it is. So the cant that's being produced by the double-linked infeed, the primary breakdown, that cant travels down the conveyor and of course goes through another three-dimensional laser optimizer and then goes into the machine. These modules all actually shift sideways, and they're basically trying to steer the cant as it's a processed log with all the faces chipped on it, but it's steering that cant that goes through horizontal arbors that have multiple saws. That's why we call them gang saws. It has a gang of saws in it. So a cant, which is kind of a log with profiled or processed sides, goes through, and all lumber comes out the back side. So I don't know exactly how much this one has, but it actually looks like about maybe 1,000 to 1,200 horsepower on this one machine to process the cants. So again, we're still standing on the opposite side of the TBL curb saw and gang machine right now. You can see that all the lumber is going to come out of the back of the machine and land on what we call a landing table. That lumber will get swept down to these floor chains. All the lumber, and it gets mixed in with the edger boards. All of that lumber is going to go towards our trimmer line. We've got a double unscrambler trying to singulate the bigger clumps of lumber coming to the bottom one. It's going to give more of a mini packing clumps to the top one. The attempt is to get a single, at least layer. We don't care if there's single boards, but single layers of lumber, and feed a layer of lumber up to a board feeder. And we'll walk up and look at that, but you'll see another optimizer that's going to go into our trimmer where we'll trim the boards to length. But now we're up to our trimmer infeed. So the lumber has come over the top of these unscramblers. It's going on what we call screw rolls. We're keeping the piece, trying to get all the lumber driven over to an established datum line. This lumber is going to go down. It's going to go through what we call a board feeder or a lug loader. Those ponies that you see on the rotary device are literally going to grab a board and position it into a lug. So the chain has lugs on it so that they're individual little spots that the lumber's going to occupy. And from then on, it's going to be tracked. We're not going to bunch it back up again until we drop it out as a package that's basically complete. But so we'll load it on the lugs. We'll go to another optimizer, optimize this piece again, figure out exactly how to trim the piece. Sometimes we want to trim. There might be a wider piece on the nearer end, and it'll get more narrow on the far end. We might actually cut the board in two and send part of it back to be re-edged to a smaller size, like a 2x8. We'll go to a 2x4 or 2x6. But we'll go down, like I said, after we go through the optimizer, we'll go through the trimmer, and then on the back side of the trimmer is a sorter. And the sorter is going to have specific products. It's going to be like a 2x4, 10-foot long. Sometimes we mix lengths because we want to have those sorter bays, but it's going to be 2x4, 2x6, 2x8 that'll be sorted separate from the other pieces. The sawmill packs are basically a third of what we call a kiln charge. So they'll take each one of those packs and they'll stack 2 more packs on top of it with crossouts. He's going to set it down and put the crossouts on it now.
Christian, I know it's early in the morning, but the wood package is coming in today and you got to wake up.
What?
You got to wake up. It's early, I know. I'll get some coffee for you.
No.
I'm going to get coffee. You get up. Wood package is coming in today. Christian, I know it's early in the morning, but the wood package is coming in today and you got to wake up.
I have no idea why my dad woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning.
You got to wake up. It's early, I know. I'll get some coffee for you.
No.
I'm going to get coffee. You get up.
I don't even know how he got in the house.
Hey man, thank you for helping us.
No problem, guys. Glad to be a
Community
part of this.
Renovation appreciates it.
No problem, guys. Glad to be a part.
What do you think of this crazy thing?
It's It's definitely tight back here.
It's tight.
It's tight back here, but glad to be a part of it.
We'll make it work.
Yes, sir.
Throwing the straps over. Watch your head back up. There you go. So the wood got here and everything was going so great. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Everything was going so great. Good morning, y'all. So super excited with our Build the Addition going on. So excited to get the new studio going. But today I'm gonna go out and be a worker today. I'm gonna go help unhook the air conditioning because it's got to get moved to the other side of the addition on a brand new pad that was built. And it's crazy because everyone else seems super calm except me here, but I'm gonna act like I know what I'm doing and we'll go make it happen. Follow me out. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just want to let y'all know, this is how you get an AC moved with 5 guys. We just get boards and make it happen. Signing off, holding this. What do you think?
Awesome.
All right, it's looking good. This looks like a maze in a bunch of rooms now. Let me get out here. Into the garage. Got these big beams today, these big I-beams that he's doing. Starting to take shape. The second floor will come after these headers. Well, the framing went up beautifully, and the roofers are doing just the same, making it look too easy. Wonder what's coming next.
Community Renovation and L&W.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Looking good. Well, we're gonna watch you doing the windows. Is that cool?
He's just gonna do that. Hey, thank you for this, man.
It's no problem. All this yours. Everything back here.
Everything back there is yours.
This on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Windows. These
All those doors?
Yeah.
Thanks for Crossroads coming out. Look at those pretty windows and doors.
Yeah, but it's weird though. It's like I'm telling you, I'm left-handed, so naturally I start with left.
Yeah.
Big windows on. Yeah, you can keep going if you want.
Strong man.
Well, the framing has been done. Drywall and windows have now finally been delivered. And on the next episode, we'll be doing plumbing and electric. Can't wait to see you then.
It takes a people who understand we can make a difference across the nation with community renovation. It takes a village of helping hands. It takes a people who understand we can make a difference across the nation.